Hello, it's me Rashmi. I know a lot of you are confused with different management theories used these days. Today I will clear it to you by discussing the evolution of management theory. The great feats of human achievement such as Egyptian pyramids, the Great Wall of China, the Colosseum in Rome, and the Taj Mahal in India all bear testimony to skill management in ancient times. Though the formal study of management only began late in the 19th century. But why study management theory? First, theories provide a stable focus for understanding what we experience. Second, theories enable us to communicate efficiently and thus move into more and more complex relationships with other people. Lastly, theories make it possible indeed challenge us to keep learning about our world. By definitions, theories have boundaries, especially when our theories no longer seem to fit our experience. This has led to the evolution of management theory constantly over time. Today, we will discuss three eras of management theory development: classical management theory, neoclassical management theory, and modern management theory. Okay, let's begin. Classical management theory, one of the first school of management thought. Classical management theory evolved in the 19th century and 20th century during the Industrial Revolution when new problems related to factory system began to appear. Classical management is based on the belief that employees have only economical and physical needs and that the social needs and needs for job satisfaction either does not exist or are unimportant. We will discuss three classical school of management: scientific management, administrative management, and bureaucratic management. First, scientific management theory. Frederick Winslow Taylor is often called the father of scientific management. In the United States, skilled labor was in short supply at the beginning of the 20th century. The only way to expand productivity was to raise the efficiency of workers. This theory arose in part from the need to increase productivity. Other main contributors to this theory are Frank Bunker and Lilian Moller Gilbert, who were husband and wife, Henry Lawrence Gant, and Harrington Emerson. Second, administrative management. Well, F.W. Taylor, founder of scientific management, was basically concerned with organizational functions. Henry Fayol was interested in the total organization and focused on management, which he felt had been the most neglected of business. This gave rise to Fayol's 14 principles of management and 5 functions of management. That is, planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. Third, bureaucratic management. In the late 1800s, Max Weber disliked that many European organizations were managed on a personal, family-like basis and that employees were loyal to individual supervisors rather than to the organization. He believed that organizations should be managed impersonally and that a formal organizational structure, where specific rules were followed, was important. This non-personal objective form of organization was called a bureaucracy. It is a formal system of organization that is based on clearly defined hierarchical labels and roles. Neoclassical management theory. Classical theory overemphasized on mechanical and physiological characters of management. As a result, neoclassical evolved with a more human-oriented approach. They concentrated on answering questions related to the best way to motivate, structure, and support employees within the organization. There are two main sources of neoclassical theory: the human relation movement and the behavioral movement. First, human relation movement. This approach became popular in the 1940s and the early 1950s. The human relations movement was a direct result of Elton Mayo and Fritjof Hawthorne studies, which were designed to find ways to increase worker productivity at Hawthorne Works. Relations scholars generally believe that if management shows more concern for the employees, their satisfaction should increase, which would lead to an increase in productivity. A series of studies by Mary Parker Follett, Lewin, Craig Davis, Rensis Likert, Chester Barnard, and others leads to What is human relation movement? Second, behavioral movement. Since the long-term experiments, there has been an increased interest in application of behavioral science in management. Behavioral viewpoint to management is a perspective that emphasizes the importance of attempting to understand the various factors that affect human behavior in organizations. It involves the study of attitudes, behavior, and performance of individuals and groups in organizational settings. The contributions of this movement are Abraham Harold Maslow, Douglas McGregor, Frederick Habers, David McLeod, George Casper Homans, Chris Ayres, and Warren Bennis. Lastly, modern management theory. After 1960, management thought has been turning somewhat away from the extreme human relations ideas, particularly regarding the direct relation between moral and productivity. Present management thinking wishes equal emphasis on man and machine. We will look into three approaches to modern management: quantitative or mathematical approach, systems approach, and contingency or situational approach. First, quantitative or mathematical approach. The teamwork of scientists, mathematicians, and physicists during the Second World War to make atomic bomb lead to quantitative school of management. It emphasizes the use of statistical model and systematic mathematical techniques to solving complex management problems. They are be further studied in three areas: management science, or operational research, operational management, and management information systems. Major contributors of this theory are Johann McDonald, George Terry, and Andrew Szilagyi. Second, systems approach. The system management theory believes that a system is a collection of parts brought together to accomplish some end goal or objective. All pieces go together, and while it can indeed function if one part is taken out, the functionality is impaired and the system itself has changed. Take McDonald's for example. While the food in other countries might be different, the system to get the food in McDonald's is the same. Walk up, look at the menu on the board, order combo meal number 4, and you are on your way. In early contributors include Lawrence J. Henderson, Ludwig von, and Kenneth Bondling. Other contributors include Daniel Koch, Robert Louis Gall, and Richard Johnson. Third, contingency or situational approach. This approach argues that there is no one universally applicable set of rules by which to manage organization. Management problems are different under different situations and require to be tackled as per the demand of the situation. Major contributors of contingency approach are James Tucker, John Verwaart, Tom Burns, Paul Roger Lawrence, and L.W. Lords. We are finally over, but don't be stunned to find out more management theories like chaos theory, team building theory, learning organization approach, and total quality management approach. However, the ones discussed before are the foundation for other theories. Please don't forget to check other lessons of management theory. Take care, bye, see you.